If you're looking for live local music from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, you came to the right place. Welcome to Hugh Shows.
We're all at the Hugh Show. It's a lot of fun. He's got all the answers. Yeah, he's got them written down. So let's all watch a Hugh Show till he gets to number one. Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in. I am your host, Hugh Twyman, and I have been writing a music and photography blog in Pittsburgh for 16 years. Check me out at HughShows.com and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at HughShows. My musical guest for this edition of Hugh Show's Social Distance Television is Alyssa Hankey, a singer-songwriter whose Rust Belt folk rock is on display on her 2 full-length albums, the latest entitled American Spirit, which was released in May of 2019. And please welcome Alyssa. Hi, Alyssa.
Hey, what's up?
Everything's everything's good. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Staying safe.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how are you dealing with this craziness?
You know, I've been writing a lot, which is good. You know, I've been busy doing that and just reading a lot of books and trying to stay really busy. So
cool. So you are sequestered in a way, or like everybody else, trying to chill out and not. Yeah, it's unbelievable actually, and it's I guess hopefully it won't last too long, but
yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
I live about an hour north of the city, kind of in the country. I'm able to, I'm glad that I can get out and walk. I live in the country, so I walk outside a lot, which is good. It's good to get out.
Yeah,
I have a lot
absolutely.
of open space, so that's good.
Yeah, I've been taking walks too, and my little neighborhood doesn't have too many people around. But I've been seeing people getting out and like walking right next to each other.
Right. Yeah.
Like, what the heck are you doing?
I know.
Yeah. So I appreciate you doing this. Yeah, I've been wanting to have you on the show for a while.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I've always wanted to meet you.
Yeah. Like I the only time I actually saw you in person, I think you were playing a set at I guess Millville Music Festival.
Okay.
And it was real early, like you were one of the first ones on, maybe a couple years ago.
That might have been the first year they had it, actually.
Yeah, it could have been. And I was running around taking photos, and I saw you, and I was like, "Wow, who's this?" Right on. Cool. So you've been on my radar, but I appreciate you doing this. And you're going to play 3 songs, and 2 of them, at least I know of, are from the latest album that you released last year.
Yes.
Okay, and then we'll talk a little bit about it, but the name of this first song is Remington
John, yeah.
Remington John. All right, hit it.
All right.
Well, Charlie's in the trees and he's up to no good. There's always some hiding in the deep dog woods, Remington John's what they named me. Born in the heat of 1950. Raised in a time of the raging youth. You're fighting hard for the big bad truth. It was a hard fight for the civil rights in a world scene in black and white. And they say, boys, you better take your stand. You better fight real hard for this here land. But no one seems to know what's going on. They're sending me away someplace called Saigon. And they say Charlie's in the trees and he's up to no good. There's always something hiding in the deep dog woods. Yeah, the deep dog woods. With some shrapnel tore my leg apart. I made it back home with a purple heart. I got me a house on the GI Bill, but it's back to the factory, no time to heal. Well, them actors on the screen are all phonies and fakes. I got me the blows and I got me the shakes. And then the kids on the corner point and watch me fall. They think I'll go in post, don't think I'll shoot them all. Yeah, Charlie's in the trees and he's up to no good. There's always some hiding in the deep dark woods. Yeah, the deep dark woods. Well, they close out a factory and they shut down the plant, and they send my job to Vietnam. Well, I guess that's what they call irony, but I think it's a little closer to tragedy. And so I got me a dog in a place in the woods, just keeping to myself just like I should. And they lay me down in the fields at dawn, and they say, here lies Remington John. Yeah, Charlie's in the trees and he's up to no good. There's always something hiding in the deep dark woods. Yeah, the deep dark woods. Yeah, there's always something hiding in the deep dark woods. Yeah, the deep dark woods.
Okay. Yeah. I listened to that song. There was a description on your website. If Springsteen and Joan Baez had a illegitimate love child, it'd be you. I don't know who said that. Was that press or?
Yeah, I think that was a guy at a show told me that.
Okay.
I was like, all right, that's cool.
So we'll credit the guy at the show, but
Yeah.
when I heard that song, I mean, it's very reminiscent of Born in the USA. Would I be too far off on that?
Yeah, that's pretty close. I read the book Born on the 4th of July, and that kind of inspired it. And I was listening to I always listen to a lot of Springsteen, but also John Prine, like Sam Stone, and those kinds of songs that kind of talk about Vietnam and everything. And I've always just been interested in that kind of countercultural movement in the '60s and stuff.
Yeah, so I guess I was pretty close because I think he did Born in the USA pretty much from that book too, right? I think so. I don't know. He was
I think.
Yeah, he was Ron Kovic, I think it was. Is that who wrote the book? Yeah, he was like real involved. Springsteen was real involved with him in the early '80s, and then by the time he wrote that, I guess he wrote it for Nebraska, Born in the USA, and so speaking of Springsteen, do you have on your Instagram a Springsteen Sunday?
Yeah. That was on Instagram. I'm actually doing a Springsteen night on Facebook this Friday.
Oh, so this Friday you're going to do what is it, all Springsteen covers?
Yeah, I have probably like 20 Springsteen songs in my repertoire, so I thought, why not? Yeah, just do an hour of it.
Cool. Have you ever seen him?
Yeah, I saw him twice in Pittsburgh. They're at Consol, or PPG Paints now. The River Tour back in 2016. He came through twice. Yeah.
It was the first night of that tour.
Yeah.
And so it was like everybody was wondering, or at least I was like, well, is he going to play the whole album all the way through? Is he going to just play most of it? Or for that whole first leg, he played the whole album all the way through, which is a double album. But then I think maybe on the second or third leg, he was like, you know what, we're still going to call it the River Tour, but screw this.
Mixed bag,
Yeah. I saw him on the River Tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my dad took me in 1980, me and my brother, and I knew a little bit about him because my dad would play him. He played like that famous Cleveland show on the radio we listened to that night in '78, and then so he took me to that show, and I was just blown away. I'm like, damn, this guy can rock, forever.
Yeah, for 3.5 hours.
Yeah, like we were. Like I was a 12-year-old kid, and I'm like exhausted. It was great. Yeah. So, as far as I wanted to get into a bunch of stuff, you're going to play another song if you don't mind. Is this Love Song?
Yes, it's Love Song.
So Love Song is on the new album or your latest album. It's on twice, correct?
Yeah. There's one just of me playing, and then I did a duet with a friend of mine singing as well.
And Jason Gamble, he's in a band called, or used to be, I don't know if he still is, Wolves in Sheep Clothing.
Yep.
Yeah, Jason's a cool dude.
He's a buddy of mine.
Yeah.
Very great. He's got a great voice, and he's a really great songwriter.
Yeah. I bumped into him a couple times shooting bands, and he was just like, "Hey man, what's up?" So he was super nice. But you want to play it?
Sure, sure.
Well, I've been up and I've been down. I've been chewed up and then spit on. Oh, I've been going it alone. I never learned to dance, but if you give me a chance, I'll give you a heart of home. 'Cause I ain't here for the wrong. And all your lost and needs shut down town. Just love me easy and love me long. Maybe then I'll write a love song. Well, I've been pulled in and I've been pushed away. Been a lover in the night, stranger in the day. Oh, are you lonely like me? Well, it's worth a shot, and if it's not, I'll turn around and let you be. 'Cause talking, babe, it ain't no crime. Just go easy on his heart of mine. I won't lie and I won't do you no wrong. Maybe then I'll write a love song. Well, I ain't no open book. No, I ain't no open book. I keep it to myself. But if you take it slow, I'll let you know. And don't you trade me in for someone else. Well, I ain't no open book. No, I ain't no open book. I don't give it all away. But if I'm on your mind, I'll be worth your time. And I'll be here to stay. Because there ain't no use in going ahead alone. I can help you down that long dog road. And maybe then I won't be so far gone. Maybe then I'll write a love song. Well, I ain't no open book. No, I ain't no open book. Oh, no, I ain't no, I ain't no, I ain't no open book.
Right on. Sounds great. I mean, how long have you been playing guitar?
Since I was 12, so I'm 27, so about 15 years, I guess.
And I see a piano behind you. Do you play piano as well?
Yeah, I taught myself in high school how to play.
Really?
I bought Piano for Dummies, yeah.
I have a piano because my daughters play it, or they used to play it, so it's just sitting there collecting dust. So I tried to learn chords off of YouTube or just books and stuff, and I was getting it, but then I was like disturbing everybody. It's not, it's like we have a small house, and I'm gonna pick it up again, and I'm gonna learn Promised Land.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna learn it. I think it'll be great on piano.
Yeah.
So you have 2 albums, Shadowlands and American Spirit. Are you working on new stuff?
Yeah. I wanted to spend this whole year just kind of writing and playing out before I go and record something new. So I've been really busy writing a lot of stuff lately with all this time. So
I guess
it's been good,
Did you have a tour planned at all?
Not like officially this year. What I was gonna do is I was gonna play out of state like a long weekend every month.
Okay.
Kind of do it that way instead of doing like a whole solid month of out on the road. Kind of just breaking it up throughout the year, and just kind of expanding my usual circuit of gigs in PA.
getting your footprint out there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're an hour, what, central north of Pittsburgh, did you say?
Towards just past like Katanning.
Okay, Katanning. Okay, so like, do you consider Pittsburgh area your like home base, and
Yeah.
or like, are you all over Pennsylvania?
I mean, I pretty much on a regular basis, I'm usually playing from State College left and then up to Erie and even West Virginia's. Like that's like my typical kind of circuit that I play the majority of the time.
And it's easy. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's easy. It's you acoustic guitar, harmonica.
Hmm.
Do you take a
Yeah.
PA or do you?
Yeah, usually I have a PA with me, but it's a pretty small setup, so it's really convenient. I'm very fortunate.
I mean, you could play almost anywhere, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you ever play with a full band?
Not really. No, I mean, when I was kind of in college, I would jam with people live and it was kind of casual, and sometimes I'll have friends come and play like cajon and accompany me with like mandolin and other guitars and stuff, but it was never anything like formal.
Like a full drum kit, same
Yeah.
people for yeah.
Hmm.
But who like your first album, there seems to be more of a fuller
Hmm.
sound. There's more instrumentation,
Yeah.
as opposed to the new one. It's just almost strictly you and a guitar and
Yeah.
harmonica, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So, are you like when you write songs? Do you obviously you do it on by yourself, but do you ever have like any of the new stuff that you're working on now? Is it strictly just going to be you, or do you have like how do you decide like, oh, maybe your drums would fit well with this or
Yeah,
whatever?
I actually want to do a lot more with kind of a band setup. That's kind of my next move, I think,
Hmm.
is having a lot more instruments and kind of adding a lot more because that's always what I envision, and it's like it never works out, so it's always just ends up being acoustic.
Well, why doesn't it work out? Just because of the hassle of organizing everything, or
Yeah,
yeah.
usually, yeah.
And
Hmm.
I could see that, but I listen to your stuff, and I think it's like, you have this very I don't know, it's a very mature voice that it's I don't know want to say whiskey soaked, but you have a very original voice that is very akin to what the acoustic setup, and you know what I mean. I think it adds to it, and it'd be interesting to see how you can display that with a full band.
Yeah,
So you have all the time in the world now, right? To
yeah,
write. Yeah,
yeah,
almost too much time. Do you find yourself
yeah.
like this is like, oh man, I got to I can't write. I just got to do something
Well,
else.
fortunately, I do work part time at a health food store, so I get out of the house for like 20 hours a week, which is nice.
Uh,
And then I'm fortunate to have a lot of like different platforms. Like I'm also like an artist, like I draw and I paint. So I'm doing that, I have a whole bunch of ideas for that. And then I'm writing songs and just kind of burning the midnight oil every night, with just different ideas and different platforms to express those ideas.
so it's not like this is actually golden time for you. It's like, hey, I'm forced to
Kind
stay
of,
in. I
yeah.
can't. I can't see anybody.
Yeah.
Are you still able to work at the health food store?
Yeah. I've been doing that for like probably like 25 hours. That was originally my side job. Like music's my full-time job.
Yeah.
And I work there just to like get extra money. So now I'm like relying on that. So
Right.
it's kind of a funky situation to be in.
But at least you're able to work. Thank goodness.
Yeah, yeah,
I
I'm
mean, some
fortunate.
people are just in desperation.
Yeah, yeah,
It's scary,
yeah.
and especially how long this lasts or whatever's going on. It's just
Hmm.
like it's just turning the world upside down. But
It is
um,
really.
yeah, that's scary. So do you mind playing a final song?
Sure, sure.
Cool. And this one is this new?
This is new, yeah.
Right on. It's not even
Yeah.
recorded.
Nope.
Have you
Nope.
played it out? How many times have you played it out live? Bunch?
A handful of times.
Okay. Right
Yeah.
on. And what's it called?
Hey there, Mary Jane.
Hey there, Mary Jane. Right
Okay.
on.
I took a hit just to get some sleep. With me a double shift, dead on my feet. But I don't need no whiskey, and I don't need no wine, 'cause all they've ever done is just made me cry. Ain't got no spirits here, except the ones I'm talking to. Don't need no one night stand, 'cause baby that won't do, baby that won't do. 'Cause I did my sipping on your Johnny, Jack, and Jill, and I got me a cure for this here loneliness. That sweet old woman, she gonna take away my pain. So goodbye, Mr. Sun, and hey there, Mary Jane. Oh, I jumped me a bus to take me home through. Got me a Motel 6, a hotel room. But that bar is a long, hard walk. So I turn the lights down low, and I'm alone in the dark. So I did my sipping on your Johnny, Jack, and Jill, and I got me a cure for this here loneliness. That sweet old woman, she gonna take away my pain. So goodbye, Mr. Sun, and hey there, Mary Jane. Well, she don't lie, no, she don't lie. And I don't need no gin, and I don't need no rye. Well, she don't lie, no, she don't lie. She don't bring me down, she just gets me high. So I did my sipping on your Johnny, Jack, and Jill, but I got me a cure for this here loneliness. That sweet old woman, she gonna take away my pain. So goodbye, Mr. Sun, and hey there, Mary Jane. That kind of woman, yeah, she's sweeter than champagne. It's been a hard day's work, and hey there, Mary Jane. Well, I turn the lights on now when she come around. I turn the lights on now when she come around, and I just sit and listen to the rain. It's been a long day, and hey there, Mary Jane. It's been a long day, so hey there, Mary Jane.
Nice. I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess what that song's about. But no, that was nice. Where can we find you on the internet?
Let's see. You can find me on Instagram.
Instagram,
Facebook.
okay. Is that your
Alyssa
main
Hankey.
thing?
What's that?
Is that your main, like, the platform that you spend the most
Um,
commitment on, or?
Probably Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, those
Okay.
are probably the big ones. Yeah. AlyssaHankey.com. I'm on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, all that jazz.
All that fun stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and your plan is to just keep making more music, and
Mhm.
you know, what is your projection for this year now that you're not touring as much? Just
Well,
do you have like a bunch of songs written already?
I do have a decent amount. I'm gonna hopefully get in the studio with a guy. He reached out to me. My song "Love Song" was it was picked up by NPR. for their Tiny Desk contest. And that's how this guy found me. And so he wants to like record me. And so hopefully that'll happen later on this year.
Yeah. Where's he from? From around here?
Yeah, he's originally from like Mississippi, but he has a studio out in like central PA. He's like a professor, so when he's not a professor, like he's recording artists and stuff. So
that's awesome. And tell me about like you submitted a Tiny Desk concert.
Yeah,
and they were like featured you on a.
Yeah, it was there. They have a blog called All Songs Considered.
Right.
And they picked me for. I think it was back in March. It was last month.
Okay.
There's a link in my Instagram, and it'll take you right to it.
I'll show it. I'll show it on the bottom right here.
Yeah.
It'll scroll on the bottom. I can't use the camera to. Yeah, it'll be down there. So I'll put the link there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I appreciate you doing this. I really do.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Thanks so much. I mean, it's with this Zoom, the audio is a little wonky, but you still sounded great.
Thanks. Yeah. I'm glad you're able to keep it going. It's really great.
Yeah, we're I mean, I usually do it down at the studio at PCTV, and they shut down, and there's actually three episodes in the can that still have to be released, and I'm just trying this out to see if it works, and hopefully, just to keep busy. Yeah. So, and then once the studio opens, I'll have you down there again.
Sweet, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
definitely. Meet in person, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Well, thank you, Alyssa. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
My pleasure. And thank you all for tuning in this episode. I will be back, hopefully, with more episodes in this pandemic. But thank you for tuning in. Always remember to support Pittsburgh music.
We have a way of explaining things to Hugh. Yeah, we have a way of explaining things to Hugh. Yeah, we have a way of explaining things to Hugh. Yeah, we have a way of explaining things to Hugh.